And welcome to another episode of Greg the Garage Guy. Last you saw I was putting up a winch in the garage, and that was a little bit of a struggle for me. That was also about 2 years ago, and we've since moved, and we are now going to put a ladder right here, right there on our 5th generation Toyota 4Runner. We ordered it from C4, and as you can tell, we have some things to put together in here. So we'll be going through and showing you all of the steps, and I'm going to have my video up here helping me out while we are putting everything together. Really kind of nice. We do actually need to drill into the tailgate, and so they give us a nice template, and we're going to cut that out and then tape that on. This is our top piece, our 2 side pieces. This goes on the outside of each of these. This is what we'll be putting in right here. It goes on the tailgate, this on the inside. Each of the steps, and they come with some rubber that you just kind of flump right in there. And then these really kind of nice emblems that are going to end up going like that. Well, I guess more so like that, but yeah. So watch as I do my next mechanical magicry. Hopefully a heck of a lot better than what I've done before. So I've got everything all kind of set out now. As you can see, these kind of flunk right into there, kind of press right in on either side. So I can press those in on those. Looks like I've got all of these set up, my carriage bolts with the appropriate washers and nuts. And I've got 18, I think I've got a couple extra. They're going to go in here as we go through. And these, of course, are for the cute little logos. I'm going to have 2 of those, so we'll be putting those on. Looks like we got a 3/16 right in here and probably a 5/16 that I'll have to figure that out. I also, for my drilling, have a step down at the 5/16. So I'll let you know how that goes. We did cut this out, and so now it's time to listen to the video and see what we're doing. I think the very first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to seat these in right here. We just kind of push those on in, all 4 of them at the appropriate spot. So it looks like I need to kind of slide that down just a little bit as we go in. It doesn't look like they got cut real straight, but that's going to be your tread for each of the steps. All right, now this next step, we're going to put some of the anti-seize in here, and it says causes skin irritation. So I've got my little gloves on. Hopefully that'll thwart any issues with that. And they say to put them on each of these. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in on this, and we're just gonna put just a little bit right in there. Okay, and I'm gonna do that for everything. I guess the concept here is that when you've got aluminum and stainless steel mixing together, evidently things like to seize up. So there we go. And they just said just a little bit. Okay, we got those 18 done. And of course, it always, added some weight. So all of these roll right down to the bottom. And we might as well go ahead and put these here also. I'm just going to kind of put them on some areas that doesn't get my my working area all goobed up. Now this piece of cardboard we're actually going to reuse for some spacing of our top, that top step that you see behind me, just to make sure that everything gets set correctly. So hopefully I don't get too much of this on that. You'd think that I'd put that completely out there. Right there. So anti-seizing. Done. Let's see if we can't get these snapped in. See if I can figure out how to do that. Maybe they go down this way. Just a pinch between the cheek and gum. There we go. All right, so we're going to put it in like that. There we go. Pinch right in. Pinch right in, and then of course when that goes on the inside of the bottom of the tailgate, then we put that on, put it over like that, and we'll be able to just screw these right in through there. So that should be pretty slick. I'd like to see that. I was wondering when we first got this how I was going to get my hand all the way back in and hold these. So that's nice. Okay, we're going to put in the C4 screws, labels, template, logo, with a 1/8 on these small ones. And we're making sure that we set these up to go opposite. So we've got all of that in there. Probably should have put a little bit of goop right in there also, I suppose. And we'll go ahead and put those in. There, I think that looks pretty sharp. Well, it's time to put some steps on, and we're going to take these, the inner strut and then the outer strut that we had just put the logo on. Going to put these on, match up each of the places where the 1, 2, the 1, 2, the 1, 2. We're going to wait until later to put that one on. Doesn't really matter where we go, but we just need to make sure that we put this in right here, and make sure that that tread is going up. So now here I've got some of these large ones, and now we'll see if I can't get that in just kind of with my finger to get started. And so there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put each of these in and snug them up a bit, not real tight, all the way down. So here we'll get the next one started up here. right, lining them up is always the tough part. Once you get that first one in though, these all seem to go a heck of a lot better. Now remember, we still have one step left. This is the bottom over here, and getting towards the top on this end. See what it looks like right now. Okay, so step, step, step the rubber. Okay, now that we've got the 3 steps in here, we're going to go ahead and take our carriage bolts on the outside and right in this area on both sides. And it's got a nice square area where it's going to line up right with that. Okay, on both sides. We're going to need to take our washers, put them on each side, and of course, you know, we can tighten these down here in just a bit, and we'll come in and make sure that these are nice and snug. Okay, next step is to take some of this foam, little liner, and we're going to put it right in here. And of course, we're going to want to kind of put it so that it goes right up here and kind of up it just a little bit. This is going to protect our tailgate. Make sure that we're lined up good. And you can either cut that you know, with a scissors or with a, come right on in, and we'll snip that off right there. And we're going to just take a little bit at a time, I hope. There we go. And just kind of get this, like I said, lined up so that it comes up the back a ways and lined up right on this groove. So let's see how well I can get that done. Now, if you'll notice that there's 2 different lengths, we're going to use this thinner stuff here, this double-sided tape, in just a bit on this top piece. We're going to need to clean that off. So make sure that you use the thicker ones right in here. Okay, now that we've got that done, we want to put the remaining pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, right in through here. So we'll kind of cut those right in like here. It's not going to be real exact. There we go. We'll do that one. So there we go. Put all that in nice so that we're not going to put any scratches on anything. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this double-sided tape right here. Of course, as always, want to make sure that we've got things nice and clean so that it sticks where it's supposed to, doesn't stick where it's not. You'll also notice that this is not a real straight area right in here, so we're going to have to make some unique little cuts in as we go through, as we put this on in. Okay, so for this next step, we're going to put these in right here. And of course, we're going to do pretty much the same thing that we did right in here with our leg bolts. And of course, do I have my gloves on now? No, I took them out. Oh well. There we go. Nice and in. And we've got our washer that refuses to come up off the table, coming right in here. Okay, so hold that. All right, so we're going to come in and we're going to cinch this up just as much as we can. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and snug this down. There's just a little bit of looseness here. We want to make sure that everything right in here is nice and parallel with one another before we really start tightening these down. So we're going to do that on both sides, and you got to make sure that things don't move around on you, right? So okay, so now that we've got this measured out from this edge, 3 inches, we're going to put our tape right here, and we're going to, this is going to be where our left edge is, and we're going to go straight down. Okay, so straight down here, move that out, verify that we're at 3 inches. Looks like I need to move that over just a titch. A little bit of glass cleaner. We'll come back with that one more time. We're just going to put those holes right there. And put the template here, but of course we got to put stuff underneath. So we're going to go ahead and take this out. There, fairly easy. Especially if you cheat earlier and you take it out like that. Template, ooh, ah. So we're going to see where it comes right on over. And we're going to put this down. Like that. And we're going to make sure that this all lines up real nicely with the template on these sides, and just kind of tape some things off. Okay, that's where that was supposed to go, right there. Over here. And now have fun drilling. Turn it off. Here, we'll just gonna try and get some of this in. We put that nut plate in there, and of course, really kind of hard to do. It's just one person, so we're gonna tighten these up just a little bit. And now I got this last one that's gonna put in. You're gonna have to hold that down. And it is the one on the inside. There we go. Lighten that up, and let's see what we did. Now, I gotta be honest, I didn't do a really good job of drilling this hole, so you're gonna have to kind of play with this just a little bit to get it nice and tight, and we'll come back later. Stickiness off of everything. We'll see how well we do in here. Or am I going to take the entire thingamabobber off? So we've got that one. Is it on?
Yep.
This is going to help me make sure that everything is pushed all the way to the as far back as I possibly can. I got to put in my bolts right here and start kind of tying everything up. The last thing I'll do is I'll come up and apply some pressure on that. Turn it off. Padding, whatever you want to call it, right in here, just to make sure that this isn't going to scratch up. And then we're going to put our carriage bolts in, and I need to put a washer there. Actually, I need to put a washer right there. The carriage bolt sits right in there, so I'm going to put that. Put my carriage bolt down, and then we'll come up underneath. And we'll put the nut right in there. Okay, so I'm going to move this around just a little bit. Get that all kind of put in. And we'll do that on all four of them. Now we're not going to quite, once again, we're not going to quite tighten everything up as we go in, but we'll do a nice job of making sure that they're a little bit on the snug side. All right. Okay, so I'm up here on the ladder and sticking. Now, you'll notice I still got a lot of sticky stuff. Hey, maybe you should trim that off before you put it up here. So my bad on that, but there we go. We've got ourselves a nice ladder. We applied a lot of pressure with the sticky right here. We should be good to go. We'll just have to tighten everything up down there. Well, there we go. Mission accomplished. Happy mama. Of course, everybody knows this is a her truck anyway, so nice new wheels on there.